People don't get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked.
I pray that they all learn a lesson. Don't be on the wrong side of history. But we want to be liked by everybody. Let me tell you something. Whoever approval you want will disrespect you. If you give in to the current of the times itself will disrespect you. Have you ever heard this? I don't like him, but I respect him. That's what you want. I can't stand him, but I respect his position. That's what you want. That's leadership. Leaders don't look for love. They demand respect because of their convictions.
People still think that they can find peace of mind in pills. They try to eat their way to ecstasy. They try to drink their way to pleasure. They try to smoke their way to settled nerves. They try to puff their way to popularity and push their way to power. They try to bully their way to friendship and bum their way to world peace. But I've come today to say I know where a poor man has a chance. Even the disciples said, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the waves obey? For he bore our grief, he carried our sorrow, wounded for our transgression, bruised for our iniquity. The chastisement of our peace was upon him, and with his stripes we are healed. He suffered all of the agony deserved unpardoned sinners. He suffered the weight of punishment for all sins for all time. He suffered the contradiction of sinners. He suffered the reproach and the rejection of men. He suffered being betrayed by a familiar friend. He suffered being rebuked by the disciples. He suffered hatred without a cause. He suffered blood agony in Gethsemane. He suffered a shame of arrest without a warrant. He suffered incarceration in a common jail. And then they nailed him to a cross. I'm talking about while he was yet alive. Laid him on the cross, put nails in his hands, spikes in his feet, and then raised him up between heaven and earth. I can hear that old cross dropping. He's the all power. I've got the sting of death. All power is in my hand. We are here bragging about white power, but all power is his. We're talking about black power. All power is his. We're talking about green power. All power is his. There's nobody like him in his ascension. There's nobody like him in his return. You know, God has given him a name that's above every name, that at the name of Jesus, every knee should bow, and every tongue should confess that he is Lord. Well, he's the one who smiles in a rainbow and laughs in the light. He's the one who takes stars and fastens his vest with them. Well, his hand is firm and friendly. His heart is true and tender. His help is always timely. In his presence is the fullness of joy. Well, he has a name that's above every name, I say. To his name there's no norm. To his fame there's no finality. To his claim there's no confine. To his love there's no limit. To his honor there's no horizon. To his beauty there's no boundary. To his truth there's no terminus. To his mercy there's no measure. Well, now he will do right. You know, we have to go to courts trying to get justice and all that, but he is a ruler that will do right. He didn't have to put a signature in the corner of a sunrise. He's the owner. He didn't have to put a laundry mark in the lapel of a medal. He's the owner. He didn't have to carve his initials in the side of the mountain. He's the owner. He didn't have to put a brand on the cattle of 1,000 hills. He's the owner. He didn't have to take out a copyright on the songs that he gives the birds to sing. He's the owner.